In this video, I'll be showing a walkthrough of how to complete the remaining tasks in Spartans Guild Movement Testnet. Hi and welcome to Airdrops. This is the top of the guild and I'll start with the first available task. So here are the tasks on Arbiters. The first one is to claim test tokens from Movement Faucet. I think we already know how to use this faucet, so I will just off my camera, claim all the tokens I need and then go back. So the tokens that we want to claim are on EVM, so we are going to claim MEVM. The second one is to visit Arbiters testnet site and also claim test token. So in the slot for coin, tap on select a token. I'll choose USDC, then tap on the claim button and then confirm this transaction in my wallet. Claiming successful, I'll go back to Galx. I'll move on to the last task, and this is also to go back to the Arbiters faucet and this time claim WST ETH. So just like we did earlier, I am going to tap on select a token. And this time I'll choose WST ETH. I'll tap on the claim button and then confirm the transaction in my wallet. Test tokens claimed successfully, I'll go back to Galx. I'll verify the task and then claim the point. Having claimed the point successfully, I'll move on to the next quest on Arbiters. The task is to open long positions in any market. I'll copy the link testnet.arbiterslabs.xyz and open up a new tab where I am going to paste the link. So to choose your market, you tap on that drop down and then choose any market of your choice, although I'll stick with WST ETH. And that is solely because I claimed test tokens on WST ETH earlier and USDC I did not claim other test tokens. That is why I am sticking with this. Now, since we are opening a long position, you want to stay on the long tab, although it is not showing well on mobile view, so I have to switch my browser to desktop. In the Pay drop-down, choose the token that you would like to use as payment. I'll go for USDC. And in the long drop-down, choose the token that you want to long. I'll stick with WST ETH, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Next, you are to indicate your preferred amount of USDC. And then choose your preferred leveraging. Slide the slider back and forth until you have gotten to your leveraging of choice. Now tap on long WST ETH. Tap on long. And then confirm this transaction in your wallet. The transaction has been submitted. We'll then go back to Galx. And I'll verify this task. It will not be verified automatically, and it actually takes about 4 hours for each task to be verified manually. So, and the problem with this is that you cannot move on to the next one until the first task has been verified. So I waited for about 4 hours, got back, and then it has been verified. Then I claimed the points. Now, after claiming the points, I can now move on to the next quest. The next one is to open a short position in any market. So I will go back to Avitos. I'll switch to the short tab this time. Next, I will choose the token that I want to pay with. Since I do not intend to change my payment and my short tokens, I'm going to leave it as it is, USDC and WST I'll indicate the amount of USDC, and next I am going to choose my leveraging, and once I have done that, I am going to tap on short WST. I'll tap on short and then confirm this transaction in my wallet. Order has been submitted successfully. I'll go back to Galx. And remember, it takes 4 hours for every task to be verified, so I'll have to again wait for the next 4 hours before I can claim points for this. 4 hours later, it has been verified. Now I can claim the points. Points claimed successfully. I'll move on to the next quest. Become a Spartan 1. The first task here is to visit Faucet. The second task is to have opened a long position, while the last task is to have opened a short position. I tried checking if I'll be able to use my previous short position to verify the last task, but it didn't work, so I'll have to go back to Avitos and then open another short position. So I am done. I don't need to repeat the task since we just opened the short position earlier. Now I'm going to verify the task again. Task verified, then I'll claim the role and points. Now remember that for you to claim any role under any quest on Galx, you need to be in the project's Discord server. So I am already in Avitos Discord server. That is why I can claim the role directly. If you are not, you'll be prompted to join their Discord server first. So I have claimed the role and points. I'll move on to the last quest on Avitos. Become 7 days mover. So this requires you to have your position open for 7 days, and it has been just 2 days of me working on Avitos actually. It has not been more than 2 days, and I am surprised as to why my task is marked as verified, but there is nothing I can do about that than to just claim the point. So I have claimed the point for this task. Having completed everything under Avitos, I'll return to movement. Here are the completed tasks. I'll scroll down to the next available task. The next one is to transact on Echelon for 7 days. I'll skip that and I'll move on to the next one. Borrow 3 unique assets on Echelon. I'll follow the second link so that I can claim test tokens that I will use on Echelon. I'll scroll to the bottom of the terms and conditions so that I can accept it and then move on. Now I am going to tap on each token to claim it. I will start with Tether. I will tap on claim and then sign in my wallet. However, Razor Wallet was bringing error. I could not complete the claiming of test tokens. So if you experience this on your end, you may want to try and use Nightly Wallet. I did not bother to use Nightly Wallet because I have done Echelon tasks before and I still have test tokens with me. So I just decided to go back to Galx and use the test tokens that I already have. To complete the task, I'll click on the first link. Razor Wallet is still not functioning at this moment, so I decided to connect with Nightly. If you receive prompt to switch your network in your wallet, let's open Nightly and do it. Tap on the Aptos logo by the top right and then change it from Aptos to Movement Aptos. After changing the network, I'll return to Echelon to complete the tasks. Now I'm going to scroll to where you see assets to supply. That is the first thing that we want to do because we are here to borrow assets, but before borrowing we need to supply. So I'll be supplying ST move. I just tapped on supply, then I'll indicate the amount of ST move that I want to supply. I'll then tap on the supply button and then approve the supply in my Nightly wallet. Supply done successfully. Now I'm going to return to Echelon homepage. Then I'll scroll down until I see assets to borrow. You can see the ST move that I just supplied now. I'll scroll down to where I'll see assets to borrow and then I'll choose any assets in the list to borrow. I'll start with USDC. I'll tap on the borrow button. I'll indicate the amount of USDC that I want to borrow, then tap on borrow. You want to make sure that the amount that you want to borrow is not up to the amount that you have supplied. I'll approve this in my Nightly wallet. USDC successfully borrowed. I'll go back, pick another asset. This time I want to go for move. I'll tap on the borrow button beside move. I'll indicate the amount of move tokens that I want to borrow and then tap on borrow. I'll approve this in Nightly wallet. Move borrowing successful. I'll go back to assets to borrow and then pick another asset this time to borrow. I'll go for USDT. I'll tap on the borrow button, then indicate the amount of USDT that I want to borrow. I'll tap on the borrow button and approve the transaction in Nightly wallet. USDT borrowing successful. The task on Galx is to borrow 3 unique assets on Echelon and we have done that. We have borrowed USDC, USDT and Move. So I'll go back to Galx to verify this. I'm back on Galx and verification for this task failed. I will have to leave it then come back and try to verify again. So I decided to move on to the next quest on Echelon. Transact on Echelon for 7 days. I will have to leave this as well because I have not used Echelon for up to 7 days. So with the few ones that I've been able to verify, I will go back to movement and then move on to the next thing. Movement community NFT. So there are a set of NFTs here to claim, and I'll start with the first one. Claim link special NFT on Move Now, and claim Move with Friends special NFT. So I am on to Move Now. I'll connect with Nightly Wallet. So I have connected my wallet. Of all the NFTs here, I am going to look for Link NFT or Move with Friends. Okay, so here is Move with Friends. I'll tap on it. I'll tap on Mint now. NFT minted successfully. So I will look for Link. So here it is, Link Special NFT. And I will also tap on it. I will tap on Mint now and then confirm the minting in my wallet. Link NFT also successfully minted. I will go back to Galx and verify the task. I'll claim the point. Now I'll move on to the next quest. We still have to claim NFT for other projects. So we have Layer Bank Special NFT, Mosaic Special NFT, and Move Position NFT. Move Position is minted out. Mosaic NFT is also minted out. And lastly, Layer Bank is also minted out. So I cannot claim any of these NFTs. I'll go back to Galx and check the next task. Here we have Razor NFT, Interest Protocol, Rotex, Launch, and Gmovers. Fortunately, in previous Spartans guide videos, we have minted Razor NFT and Interest Protocol. So these two have been verified and I have points to claim for it. So I'll just claim the point. I won't bother to mint the rest because they are actually fully minted out. So I'll move on to the last task, and I also have some points to claim here. So previously I minted Nightly and one other NFT, and because of that I have points to claim. So I'll just claim the points. I won't bother with the rest because they are all fully minted out. If you go back and check on Move Now, you'll see that all of them are minted out completely. So having claimed all the points that are claimable, I am back on movement. I was able to claim points for these three, and this is the one that I wasn't able to claim any points for at all. So I'll move on to the next task. Create wallet with Nightly. Movement up to. Since our Nightly wallet is already connected with Galaxy, we don't need to do anything. We are just going to verify this and then claim the point. I'll also look for other quests. Okay, so we have claimed points or whatever reward there is for the other quests here before. Every other quest here have been completed and verified, so I'll return to movement. Nightly task, although completed and verified on Galx, is yet to be displayed as completed here on movement, so I'll move on to the next one, Spartans 2. So the first step is to tap on task 1 to visit the campaign tutorial page on Mirror. And once you have gone through the site, return to Galx. Step 2 is to visit the testnet site. Click on the second one, visit the testnet site, and then complete tasks. We need to connect two wallets here. One is your movement wallet, either Razor or Nightly. And the other is your EVM wallet, that's MetaMask. So now that both wallets are connected, we want to perform cross-chain transaction. So we are going to choose our sender chain. I'll make Ethereum my sender chain and movement my destination chain. We want to bridge some Sepolia from Ethereum over to move on movement. Now I'll input the value of Sepolia that I want to bridge over to move. I will tap on swap. I'll tap on confirm swap. And then confirm the transaction in my wallet. The transaction has been submitted. After a couple of minutes, you see the status, whether it is successful or not. The transaction is successful. However, the instruction on Galx is to complete 3 weekly transactions. So I repeated this 2 more times before returning to Galx. Now I am back on Galx and the task has been verified. I will claim the point. Now that the points have been claimed, I will move on to the next quest on OmniBTC. Spartans 3. It also says to complete 3 weekly transactions, so I will just verify this. And then I'll claim the points. I'll move on to the next quest. And the quest is also the same instruction, complete 3 weekly transactions. Although I couldn't verify this one, so I simply went back to OmniBTC and I made more transactions. Then after completing 3 more transactions, I went back to Galx. And then I have been able to verify this. I'll claim the points. I'll move on to the next quest. I wonder what the person who set this quest instruction was thinking, because all through the requirement is the same thing: visit tutorial website and then complete 3 weekly transactions. So I didn't have to repeat any transaction here. I simply just visited the tutorial website, returned to Galx, and verified the 2 tasks. And I claimed the points. Having claimed the point, I'll move on to the next one. And it is still the same instruction, so I'll just try to verify the first one. If it doesn't get verified on your end, just tap on it, visit the tutorial site, then return to Galx and then verify it. And the last quest on OmniBTC, the instruction remains the same, so I'll just verify and claim points. All quest points on OmniBTC have been claimed, so I'll return to movement. And here on movement, OmniBTC tasks have been verified. I'll move on to the next one. Mint the movement badge on the Play Collective. So if you do not have test tokens, you can visit Movement Faucet to first claim the tokens that you would need to mint this badge. And if you have tokens, just move on to the second, or should I say the third link. So once here, tap on login to log into the site with your wallet. I'll choose EVM. And I'll choose MetaMask. Now after connecting your wallet and signing the signature request, you want to tap on the person icon at the top right of the page. Scroll down a little bit until you see Movement Badge, then tap on Mint. Now switch to Movement Testnet. Now choose Minting with the wallet address that you have connected. Confirm transaction in wallet. Now this NFT have been minted successfully. I'll return to Galx and verify this. I'll claim the points. Now I'll move to the next quest on Play AI. Unlock your Play body on Play Collective. So I'll go back to the site. I'll return to home page. Now I will tap on that star-like icon. Tap on Continue to start with level 0. Scroll until you see Upgrade, then tap on Upgrade. Tap on Upgrade to BD00. Well, I really didn't see anything else to do here. I'm not sure I received any prompt in my wallet, so I just went back to Galx. I verified it and the task is verified. Then I'll claim the point. So having completed the 2 tasks, I went back to movement. Here are the two completed tasks. I'll move on to the next available task. Swap 3 unique assets on Meridian. I'll tap on it to get started. So here on Meridian, the first thing that you want to do is to claim your test token. So I'll tap on each one to claim that particular token. USDC, we have WETH, we have USDT, and we have wrapped BTC. Now I'll zoom in to my screen. On the top of the page, I'll tap on swap. And I'm going to choose assets that I want to swap between. I want to swap some USDC for move. If you want a different asset, tap on that USDC and move drop down and then choose the asset that you want to swap between. Now I'll confirm this swap in my wallet. Remember that you are to do this 3 times, so repeat 2 more times to make up 3 swaps, 3 unique swaps. You want to swap a different asset each time that you repeat this. So I am changing my USDC for USDT this time. I want to swap USDT to move. I'll indicate the amount of USDT that I want to swap. I'll click on swap and confirm the transaction in my wallet. Swap submitted, and following the same process for the 3rd time, I will choose another asset to swap. This time I want to swap WETH. I will indicate the amount of WETH to swap, tap on swap, and then confirm the transaction in my wallet. So having completed 3 unique swaps on Meridian, I will go back to Galx and verify the task. Task completed, I will claim the point. I'll move on to the next quest on Meridian. Okay, so we have done this before. I'll move on to the next. Swap a total volume of $10,000, and if you notice the figures that I was swapping, it is way beyond that, so I'll just verify it and I'll claim the point. I'll move on to the last task. Transact on Meridian for 7 days. I won't be able to claim this because it has not been up to 7 days. I'll return to movement. Here are the completed tasks. Although they are yet to be marked as completed on movement, I'll move on to the next one. Borrow any amount on Layer Bank's movement. We are to borrow any asset on Layer Bank, so I'll tap on the task to get started. Log in with either your Razor or Nightly wallet. Scroll to the bottom where you see Supply and Borrow and tap on the button. Now you want to stay on the Supply tab, that is what comes first before you can borrow any asset. So I'm going to be supplying some Move tokens. I'll indicate the amount of Move tokens that I want to supply. After indicating the amount, make sure that the toggle switch available as collateral is turned blue. It means it is turned on. Then tap on Supply. Oh, I connected with EVM MetaMask, I'm sorry. So you have to confirm the transaction in your wallet. Supply successful. I'll scroll up and then I'll switch to Borrow tab. I'll tap on Save Max to see the highest amount of assets that I can borrow. My safe max is 0.875, but I am not going to borrow everything. I am going to reduce the figures very well. I have reduced it to 0.56, and if you check my borrow held here at the bottom, you see that it has changed from red to green. Now I'll go ahead and then borrow the asset. I'll confirm the transaction in my wallet. So now that I have borrowed an asset on Layer Bank, I'll go back to Galaxy and verify the task. Task completed, I'll claim the point. I'll go back to movement. So here is the completed task. I marked the wrong task. Okay, the second one is the completed task. So I'll move on to the next one. Complete launch app quests. So I want to believe that anyone that is watching this video already have the launch app on their device right from the days of initial testnet. If not, just tap on the task details and you'll see the link to download the app for your device, whether it is Android or iOS. You can see the link here. Now after installing the app, sign in with your email address and then you are to import the seed phrase of the same wallet that is linked with your Galaxy account. You are to import that seed phrase into the launch app. The purpose is so that when you complete task in launch app, you'll be able to verify the task in your Galaxy account. So I have the app installed on my device already, so we won't go through the process of installing it, but I just verbally described everything that you need to do. If it's your first time installing Launch app, there is an invite code requirement. I will drop the invite code in the comment section. So for your registration, you are going to earn 10 eggs. You are to claim that egg. So tap on claim and then sign in your Launch app. Now I just successfully claimed the 10 eggs and I am going to look for a task to complete. So I found this task that can give me 50 eggs. Get Discord launcher role, and if you did initial testnet, I'm sure you already have the role. So just tap on claim and then sign in your wallet. However, if this is your first time with Launch app, all you need to do to be able to claim this role is to join Launch Discord server, get verified and claim role, and you'll be able to claim egg for this task. So far, I have earned 60 eggs, and the requirement on Galx is to have earned 50 eggs, so I will try and verify this task. However, have it in mind that immediately you will not be able to verify the task. So if you are not able to verify a task that you have completed in Launch app, just leave it for some time, then come back later and verify it. So I have been able to verify this, and I am currently claiming the role. Now I'll move on to the next quest on Launch app. Earned 100 eggs in Launch app. I'll open up my Launch app, and I am going to look for tasks that can give me a lot of eggs by just completing one task. For example, I see this Twitter task, follow us on Twitter. If I follow Launch app on Twitter, I'll get 50 eggs. So I just tapped on the task, and I am going to hit the follow button to follow Launch app on Twitter. Then I am verifying the task. Task completed. Now I am going to claim 50 eggs. I'll click on sign to sign in my Launch app. "50 eggs claimed successfully." I have earned over 100 eggs in Launch app now, so I'll go back to Galx and I'll verify this. Remember that you won't be able to verify immediately, so simply just move on to something else and come back later for your verification. Let's check out the instruction for the last quest. Earned 500 eggs in Launch app. So instead of coming here to verify each task that I complete, I'll just complete everything. I'll make sure to have earned over 500 eggs in Launch app before coming back to Galx to verify. So I am looking for another task that can give me a lot of eggs. So I just found one. Like our post on Twitter will give me 30 eggs. So I just tapped on the task. Then I'll tap on go to launch post. And I am going to hit the like button. Then I'll tap on the claim 30 eggs button. I will sign in my wallet. "30 eggs claimed." Now there is another task beside that can give me 100 eggs. Repost us on Twitter will give me 100 eggs, so I will tap on that. I will tap on go to launch post. I'll hit the repost button. Then I'll claim 100 eggs. I'll sign this in my launch wallet. So I now have 250 eggs. I'm going to look around to see if there is any other task that can give me a lot of eggs, but it seems there is no more tasks. Now I am going to choose the swap task. I'll tap on go to Razordex. Now note that you can actually repeat this task for as many times as you want, even though it gives us 10 eggs for each completion. So I am going to choose the token that I want to swap. I'll be swapping USDC for Razor. I'll indicate the amount of USDC that I want to swap. I'll tap the swap button. I'll tap on confirm swap and then confirm the transaction in Launch app. Now I just completed a swap. If I go back, I can claim the eggs for the task. I'll sign in Launch app. So I just earned 10 eggs. If you check my balance, you'll see 260 eggs. So again, I'll go back to make more swaps. Since I have earned 250 eggs so far, I am going to repeat the swap interaction 25 times. 25 times 10 eggs will give me 250 eggs, and I'll be able to earn 500 eggs. So if you check my launch app, I have gotten 500 eggs, so I am back on Galx, and I'll start to verify all of the tasks one after another. Points claimed for 100 eggs. I'll move on to the next one to verify it. So this video is going to end here, and I will continue with the verification of the next task, earn 200 eggs in launch app, in the next video.